I heard a wild case this morning. A recent university study showed that when couples keep secrets, little secrets are just as damaging to the relationship as big secrets. As you're about to see, a really big secret brought today's couple into divorce court.
Divorce court is now in session.
Mr. Thompson and Ms. Padilla, you two have been together for several years. You separated 6 months ago, however, and I think there was a significant incident that precipitated that. But Ms. Padilla, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you give me a little background on your relationship?
Well, I met Jahrell while I was in school. We went to the same college. And he was studying for culinary arts and me as a medical assistant. And as soon as we met, we hit it off, you know? Mm-hmm. We made a perfect chemistry, a perfect connection, and at the beginning, everything was good.
Can I say this? There is no such thing as love at first sight, perfect connection. You know what I mean? If it was perfect, you wouldn't be here. Now, what it is, there is such a thing as lust at first sight. There is such a thing as hot and bothered right away. There is such a thing as, God, don't I want to go over there? And your hormones are talking to his hormones and they, woo, chatting it up. But you don't really know, you can't really, you know, soul to soul, heart to heart, mind to mind somebody with a peak. Just saying, go right ahead.
So we started dating right soon after we met. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
That's okay. Take your time. Don't worry about it. You moved in together. How long? Let me help you out.
Sure.
You met, had an instant attraction, then you moved in together. How long between the time that you met and the time you moved in together? How long was that?
We dated first for like a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
And after that, he moved in with me.
Once you moved in together, difficulties arose. Is that accurate?
Yes, because he got fired from his job 6 months after he had moved in. And I started asking him for money, you know, because he wasn't...
Were you working?
Yes, I was working. I was paying all the bills.
Now, you know, people do get fired, right? You know, do you believe that he didn't look for more work once he was fired? I mean...
Well, he had a knee injury. So then for a while, he couldn't, like, look for a job. But I don't understand why he wasn't looking for a job. He said that at school, that he couldn't find a job as a chef or none of that. So I don't know what was going on.
Mr. Thompson, why don't you tell me how things transpired once you found yourself unemployed?
Yes, Your Honor. When I found myself unemployed, it was one of the worst tragedies that I had to deal with. Having to go through tearing my knee and not being able to move again when I was somebody who was dancing, acting, singing, going ahead and participating in culinary arts, having a side gig of having a catering business. And Erika knows everything that I went through. And as far as being emotionally supportive, she wasn't there. She was not there.
You know the man tore up his knee, right?
Yes, I understand that, but he had enough time to recover. I don't understand why he couldn't find a job.
Okay. How long did it take your knee to recover?
Right now, I'm still in recovery. But
you can stand up.
I can stand up, but as of right now, I still have calcium on my bone as of right now, and it's still not where it needs to be.
Is it so jacked up you can't work?
No. It's not to the point where it's jacked up where I can't work. It's just the amount of hours that, as a chef, you need to stand up that I can actually not go ahead and participate in working.
Now, there are other things you can do, you know. Even though it's not within your chosen field, you can still bring in money doing something that may not tickle your fancy, but it will pay your bills.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And I think that's her concern.
Yes.
Okay. So the good times began to erode once you hurt yourself.
Correct.
Okay. Tell me what was going on in the household.
What was going on in the house is that, I mean, me and Erika started off, she's the love of my life, Your Honor. Now, when my knee injury arose, we were going ahead, everything was fine, going to the jazz festivals, I was providing, we were both providing for each other.
Right.
And now that I'm in this predicament, Erika went from being the foxy diva that I met into being somebody who just became just a lackadaisical cadaver. I mean, she didn't.
Cadaver.
She did.
I mean, not a lazy bomb, a cadaver.
Just cadaver.
What was she not doing? Can you describe a day of
I have a list. It was
cadaver-like
everything.
behavior?
Just cadaver. Just, I mean, she wouldn't. It went
You
from
were lazy.
her. It went from her not doing anything. I mean, that I would come home, the house was meticulous. She would make sure everything was in its place. If I would move it, it would be a problem. And now, since we're going through what we're going through, I mean, even the sex is not even where it needs to be. I mean, we went from being fox and rabbit to being a dead animal on the road. You know what I mean? You know,
You know, you could always try taxidermy. You seem to be leaning in that direction. Are you saying that once you became unemployed, she stopped actively participating in the running of the household? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that is correct. I mean, it just wasn't there. I tried to show her my appreciation and be there for her emotionally, spiritually, physically.
That doesn't pay bills, though.
It doesn't.
That does
It
not
may
pay
not
bills.
pay bills, but when you try to do that and you go ahead and I'm here kissing her, and then she burps. That's disgusting. You know what I mean? Where is the passion? Where is the fact that I'm trying to be there for
Where's
you
the
and I
money?
may not have the money?
Ms. Patel, when somebody goes through a traumatic situation and they lose his job and they lose their identity in part, especially for a guy, don't you feel that there's some compassion needed there? That, like if you were to fall down and break something and can't work, wouldn't you expect him not to be angry about the lack of money, but to be caring about the pain of the injury?
Yes, I understand, and I give him 3 months for that. It's like, how long do you need to recover? I don't understand. I need to pay the bills, and I was the one running. I'm still the one running. Well, he's not living with me anymore, but I was paying for everything, and care, concern, loving, all that doesn't pay for bills.
I ended up coming home one night to find my clothes outside and having pots and pans being thrown at me having to dodge it left and right because she wasn't happy with what I was doing.
Did you throw pots at him?
Yes, I
including
did.
my size 14 heel.
Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mr. Thompson, I understand that in your effort to, again, provide for the household, your career took an interesting turn. Could you please explain to me what happened and why?
Yes, Your Honor. As a result of my injury and with my past experiences of being a dancer, singer, and actor, I went through tough times of going through physical therapy, going through mental changes, having to go for psychiatric therapy, not having the support of what I wanted to be my fiance, not having her there. I had to make initiatives on my own to go ahead and make sure that I was okay first, and then I could provide for my family. And what ended up happening was I was on an internet website, and after looking at that internet website, I saw that there was a makeup tutorial. I went ahead and watched it onto how to properly prepare your face to become a female impersonator. Upon going ahead and doing the female impersonation, I went ahead one night to a club, and when I went to that club, it took me about 3 months to learn how to do my makeup, learning how to carve my face in a way that I could actually portray that persona. I went ahead and I did that. I was coming home at night with makeup on my face, lipstick. I mean, I would tell Erika now that it wasn't bro liner. It was actually me coming home from a rough day of work.
Did you tell her that you had chosen to be a female impersonator, or kind of you just kind of doing it on the DL?
It was on the DL. I did not tell Erika what was going on.
Why not?
Because I knew her judgment and the way that she's acting, which has brought us here, she wouldn't be supportive of the reason why I chose that.
To me, and I don't know her like you know her, but to me, all she was looking for was some money. Yeah. So however you brought that in, I would believe that she would be supportive of that. Is there something in your communication or in your understanding of her that led you to believe that female impersonator would not have been cool with her?
She's crazy, Your Honor. She's crazy. When she did
Well,
find
let's
out.
ask her. Ms. Padilla, do you have a problem with him being a female impersonator as a means by which to finance the household?
No, I don't. But when he's hiding it from me, it's like I feel he's this strange person that I don't know.
Why wouldn't you say, look, babe, look what lengths I'm going through to bring money in the household?
I couldn't tell her that, Your Honor, because when I told her that, I ended up coming home one night to find my clothes outside and having pots and pans being thrown at me having to dodge it left and right because she wasn't happy with what I was doing.
Did you throw pots at him?
Yes, I
Including
did.
my size 14 heel, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture of you doing your job?
Look at that.
That's a lot of work you put in there. Did you throw pots and pans at him?
Yes, because
Why?
he's telling me that he can't work because of his knee. But look, he's walking in 14-inch heels, or 6-inch heels, my bad. And he's like dancing around. And, what's the excuse? I don't understand. No, you're lying to me.
Well, was he making good money?
He was giving me money for bills. He
I'd have put
was.
the pots down. First of all.
No, but he lied to me.
But no, first of all, you can't assault people. Male or female, you can't go around assaulting people. You can't hit, you can't throw, you can't punch,
And
none
she
of that.
can't cook.
Ain't none of that cool on
That's
any
why I
way,
had you
shape,
for
or
it, to cook.
form. But what I'm saying is if the money was good, what was your issue?
That he lied to me. When I first asked him how was he getting the money, he started telling me that he was shooting pool, that he was winning off of bets and all this stuff. He could have been honest.
But do
with me.
you have a problem with the drag thing?
No, I don't. But
Okay.
he could have told
You
me.
had a problem with the lie.
Yes, I had a
got
problem
it.
with the lie.
I got you. And what kind of relationship do you have with him?
At the moment, emotional and physical relationship.
Such a liar. Oh my God.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Divorce Court. Mr. Thompson, you told me that you lied to her because you didn't believe that she would accept what you were doing. I am going to question that. I'm going to ask you this very pointed question, and I want you to give me the best answer think about it before you. Were you lying about what you were doing, or were you lying about who you were?
I would say that I was lying about what I was doing and who I was.
Okay. Now, she knows what happened at the club, right?
Yes.
I'm going to introduce Mr. Ramsey Montanez.
Yes.
Mr. Montanez, are you here? How are you,
Yes,
sir?
I am.
Oh my God.
I'm judging yourself.
I'm well. Mr. Montanez, tell me when and how you met Mr. Thompson.
I met Mr. Thompson roughly a year ago at a nightclub where he was performing as a drag queen.
Uh-huh. And what kind of relationship do you have with him?
At the moment, emotional and physical relationship.
Such a liar. Oh my God.
If you were doing
You're
what you were
gay?
supposed
Dude,
to be
you're
doing,
gay?
you wouldn't have this problem.
No. We're not gonna go down there. First of all, whether gay, straight, or otherwise, the response, if you were doing what you were supposed to do, I wouldn't have cheated on you, is never appropriate. That is a conversation that you have.
You
If
couldn't
you are
tell me
committed to
this?
someone in any way, shape, or form, you have a conversation about your relationship. You do not step out on it. And if after the conversation and effort that relationship does not repair, then you move on, but you do not go on the DL. Mr. Thompson, why don't you tell me how this relationship with Mr. Montanez arose?
We were at the club, I was performing, and at one point I just reached my limit. I could no longer take what Erika was doing to me, showing her carelessness, not being there to support me in my time of need, knowing that I'm going to school, I'm trying my best to do whatever I can to provide. And for me, school is the main important thing, especially when you're trying to go for your master's degree. So right now, I'm enjoying the pain to be able to enjoy the pleasure when it does come at a later time. When me and Mr. Montanez met, it was that point in time where I could no longer take anymore. I could no longer put up that void and have to deal with what Erika was giving to me. So I decided
I just don't understand what she was doing to you. You know, I mean, I went to graduate school. I got a doctorate in law. I didn't have anybody. I was alone in my apartment, you know, and took care of my business. I didn't have anybody supporting me. I mean, you know, other than... I don't understand why she's responsible for your educational efforts. I don't understand that.
She's not, it's not that I depend on Erika to financially support me, because I've been there, done that.
But no, I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about, you seem to say that you weren't getting enough emotional support because graduate school is difficult, and their absence of emotional support from her led you into the arms of Mr. Montanez. And I'm saying to you, I never knew grad school to do that to people.
It wasn't the school that did it to me, Your Honor. It was the fact that with me trying to do everything in my power, she went ahead, and as far as our relationship, I found myself in a relationship with Erika throughout this time of being in school. And then at that point, with dealing with our drama, dealing with our stress, caused me to have the problems that I'm having now with the finances.
Mr. Thompson, I don't want to hear no more about that. Mr. Montanez, why don't you, let me ask you this. What did he say to you about his relationship and his status when you two first started becoming intimate?
Well, Judge, when I first met Mr. Thompson, it started off as a friendship of sorts. There was some flirting. We did go out on several dates before he even brought up the conversation that he was currently in a relationship, but the relationship was depleting. He was very clear with me in stating that he had tried to save his relationship with Ms. Padilla, and unfortunately, he was at a crossroads where it was either his mental stability and his well-being or continue the relationship with her.
Okay. Mr. Montanez, thank you very much. You gave very cogent testimony here today, and I appreciate it. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. In divorce court, people tell me the most intimate details of their lives. Join the conversation and share your experience on our Twitter page @DivorceCourt and on our Facebook page. See how fans deal with their own relationships. The discussion can get heated. Don't miss it. Ms. Padilla, is this news to you? I understood it was not news to you that you knew about Mr. Montanez.
I had no idea. I didn't even know he was gay or bi or whatever he wants to be. This is just upsetting. And I don't understand because he keeps hitting me up. He keeps looking for me like he wants to be with me. And this...
Are you hitting her up? Are
yes,
you talking?
Your Honor. We were actually together last night.
Wow.
Mr. Thompson, let me say this to you. It is unfair to continue to have any kind of sexual relationship or emotional relationship with a woman when your heart is elsewhere. Because, and I know you probably still have feelings for her, and I know it's probably satisfying to you, but what it is it's a lie to her, because when we do that, we think maybe it can happen again. Maybe we can get back together. And it's a continual lie that you're telling, that you're giving her the possibility of a tomorrow that we know that's not going to come. You've got to be honest with people. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to her. So you need to quit calling her up. You need to quit hitting her up. You most definitely need to quit sleeping with her. And Ms. Padilla, you need to step forward, take your little beautiful face and hair, and walk out of here and find somebody who can love you for who you are. No more. And love you for who you are, and let this go. Sometimes women don't know when to let it go. I'm telling you, let it go. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
I know it's hard to tell somebody that it's over and that you have residual feelings for somebody that you're leaving, but it's not fair to give somebody a promise of a maybe of a tomorrow that you know doesn't exist. So if you're done, tell them you're done.